Don't play the audio, copy strike. Hello everyone, and welcome back to an episode of, I think I started to call it Track Speed. Look at this cheap beer we got today. Hopefully yours is ready to go. I have been staring at this Polaris homepage like for the last hour, and they took away the countdown timer finally. Usually I separate these videos up a little more, and I do like kind of an expectations video. But didn't get a chance to do that with Polaris this year. So let's just, before the site goes live here and they announce their 2021 lineup, what are you expecting for Polaris this year? For me, I'm not really expecting them to do a whole lot. They're very happy with their chassis. Arguably it is getting toward the end of its life since the Axis was first available in 2016. And again, we're just talking about mainly mountain sleds here because that's what we ride. We ride mountains. So we're mainly talking about the mountain sled. Like I say, the Axis has been around since 2016. So, starting to get a little old, but they're very happy with their chassis. Another thing that was expressed to me was people are saying, I can't believe Polaris was not the first one to do the factory turbo on their two-strokes anyway. And I was just like, I can't believe Cat was not the first one to do the factory two-stroke turbo. It's kind of this image that's going around the internet that Cat actually has a patent on a turbocharged two-stroke. But of course, we know that Skidoo 850 was built to have a factory turbo on it later in its life, which we saw this year. So what are we expecting for Polaris for 2021? Man, not a whole lot. Maybe besides maybe just some design tweaks and some small refinements. I don't expect them to go with the turbo. I definitely don't. I think Cat will beat them to it. If we all know what's going on with Cat, which is a big question mark basically. So I don't expect them to do a turbo, not right away. Maybe it's in development, but a factory turbo on a two-stroke. I think Cat's going to beat him to the punch. All right, here we go. We are live. There was my stupid predictions. And let's dive right into it. Don't play the audio. Copy strike. Okay, so that was not a release video as much as it was a commercial. Oh, Matrix platform. Polaris sure does like to add like random Y's where there should be I's, or spelling things wrong on purpose. Okay, let's watch Ross's video. Let's see if we can make sense of this. All right, finally some real information. So for 2021, the Axis, you will get if you were going with an 850 165, you're going to get that. They're doing a 2.75 inch lug at the 3.5 pitch track. So that's kind of what everybody's been moving to right now, is that 3.5 pitch track. That's what Cat has been doing with the Alpha. That's a 3.5 pitch track, as well as a bunch of dudes that are moving to 3.5 pitch track. So, Polaris is doing it as well. Also, the thing that they are pushing for this year is their new quick drive belt system. So they're saying less inertia, which produces more flickability. Unpack that one as you will. But the big feature you get out of that is that 10% gear reduction, which is awesome. I'm all for the lower gearing in the mountains. If you can really get that track speed up, if you can find that optimal place between torque and your track speed, that's awesome. So 10%, that's actually a fairly big reduction there. Been throwing this word around a lot. So for that 2.75 lug, it is less mass and reduced inertia, resulting in a quicker response, instantaneous lift, and optimum flotation for the ultimate in all mountain performance. So this one I find a little interesting because when Cat made their change from the Power Claw, the 2.6 to the 3-inch track, the 3-inch track actually was a lighter track, believe it or not. Even though it had almost a half-inch more paddle, that 3-inch track was a lighter track. See, even reading these, I'm not sure which of this is actually new. So for the KHAOS, they say, the new rear suspension geometry provides transfer and traction for light handling and controls the best response in all riding zones. So the big difference I see here is now that the KHAOS has evolved, and this is kind of what I thought. They'd want to get one more year at least out of that KHAOS if they decided to switch platforms. It's like they're going to want to get one more year out of that KHAOS at least. And now they brought it up to that 165. That's actually good, because if I were to buy one, I'd probably go with 165 KHAOS. I like the KHAOS. I like what they've done with it. We can actually go in and we can compare everything here. We're looking at the KHAOS specifically. They're all running the same. Actually, no, they're not all running the same track. So it looks like the only one you can get the 2.75 is in the 165, and that makes sense. It being a 3.5 pitch track, that does make sense, because you can also get it in the 155, and I think it said 162 somewhere as well. I got the hiccups from this stuff. This is one thing I was hoping they were going to upgrade. I was hoping that they were going to upgrade that P85 primary to a team clutch. They are still using the P85, still using the same engine, same type of injectors. That engine is new, so I mean, obviously we're not going to be changing that out right away. This will only be the 3rd year on that engine, so no surprises there. But besides that, everything besides the geometric shape of the unit, with it being a longer track options now, then that's about all that's changed, really. I mean, besides the Quick Drive 2, which I actually do like that, what they've done there, and the fact that you can get it now in a 165 and with those specific track options, that's cool. I like that. Not a whole lot of new stuff happening with Polaris, and that doesn't really surprise me, actually. They have a chassis they like, they have a drive system they like, and I talked about it earlier. We're just doing those little refinements to try to get a little more life out of them, but not really a whole lot new for Polaris. And people are going to argue with me and say, oh, that belt drive is the best thing ever. The upgrade is the best, and it's going to change the industry. Okay, what if we were just to look at a regular Pro RMK? Okay, for the Pro RMK, of course, you get the 155, which is kind of like the base cost-effective model, the 163, the 165. Of course, you got 2 different track options there. The 165 has the 3-inch track because you are not getting that Quick Drive 2 belt. And what Polaris does is, for the 3-inch track models, they only include the chain case. You can't get, well, I mean, you can change it if you want later on, but you can't get it out of the factory with a 3-inch track and the Quick Drive. Same with the 174. No Quick Drive option there. And of course, you have the little Evo and the SKSs. Okay, can we build one? Let's snow check one. Let's build our own sled. All right, so if I were to own a sled, we are going to check off the KHAOS. We want a KHAOS. Okay, so they have those different track options there. So you can get the Quick Drive or the Quick Drive 2 model, and that's just going to determine which track that you have, which option. Of course, we're going with the 850 Patriot, and here we go. Honestly, I would probably go with the 165 by 2.75, probably, I think. I've seen what Sean's can do, and that's the 2.6, but it climbs really well. Oh, now here's something that the rest of the industry could take a lesson from. So we get to customize our color here. The whole, they have 3 this year. That, and then we get to change the tunnel color. Yes. And the rail color. Let's go with a lime. No. What's that? Those options aren't available. Oh, because we need to do this one. Okay, let's do this. I changed my mind. Yes. Is that bare aluminum or is that painted? No, that's bare aluminum. So that's painted. Okay, cool. Let's go with that. Yes, I always pick the weird looking stuff. And of course, we want the manual start and high elevation clutching, low back windshield, or mid-deep snow windshield. Oh, no. Low black windshield's fine. We don't want too much protection. We will pick the only options for shocks that they give us. And we want the, I'm pretty short. I get to see. That's too short. Let's go with the medium ones. And of course, we have to have the digital interactive display gauge because we will totally not break that. And we are at $18,000. There, I built my own Polaris. All right, so not a whole lot to unpack with Polaris this year. I guess the big takeaways would be for the Mountain Series, because we're only talking about Mountain Series really. So the big takeaway would be that 2.75 inch track at the 3.5 pitch, the Quick Drive 2 belt configuration, which is a lighter system, less inertia, apparently makes it better, and as well as that 10% gear reduction in that Quick Drive 2 belt configuration, as well as the KHAOS is now available in different track lengths and different track configurations, which I was hoping they would do, because if I were to buy a KHAOS, it would have to be a 163 or the 165 or something like that. I don't even remember what I built. Okay, guys, that's about it for this video. Not too surprising, not a whole lot to unpack for this year. I was maybe hoping for something a little more, but realistically, I mean, it is a kind of a year of refinement for them. If you guys are thinking about snow checking one of these units, leave it down in the comments. Tell me why you're going with it. I'd love to know why you want this sled. I don't know what I'm getting next year, so maybe this is a contender. Who knows? Thanks everybody for watching this video. I feel like this is the most unhelpful video I have ever made at trying to unpack a new release of a snowmobile. If you like videos like these, there's other ones to watch. Don't worry. Hit that like button down below. Leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I was expecting to have the work done to the hardcore today, but it got pushed back, so we should see some hardcore stuff coming up in the next day or two here. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you in the next video.